I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. I'm constitutional attorney Catherine Henry, and we're doing things a little different from now on. So every Tuesday, roughly about this time, I'm going to jump on here just to let you know that we will be going live for our Restore Freedom Weekly episode on Rumble and for the time being, at least, on our Facebook Restore Freedom page. But we encourage you to go ahead and join us at Rumble. Our channel is Restore Freedom. It's rumble.com/c/Restore Freedom. And the link for today's specific episode is in the description of this video. What is Restore Freedom Weekly? You might be wondering if you're seeing this live for the first time or know about my work and what I've been doing in some of my prior videos, but just didn't know that we had a weekly episode going. Well, first of all, I give you any kind of short legal update on if there's a certain bill or case or anything like that that needs to be addressed and let you guys know about it. We have, of course, I tell you about a Restore Freedom goodie of the week. This week is our Pocket Constitutions. Unfortunately, the price has to keep going up and up and up because the postage is insane. Now they charge me, I don't remember what it is, but it's out of pocket. I'm out of pocket $2.50 now for the Pocket Constitution and to mail it to you. I want to say when I started sending these out, it was like $1. So that's insane. At any rate, there's still a good deal of something you need to have with you. If you don't already have one, I'd love to help you and be the one that could supply that for you. Next in the episode, we usually go to our biblical values, something where we look at what God's word is and how it relates to the topic that we're talking about. How is God directing us in this fight for freedom? I'd love to give you guys freedom fighting tools. So every week I give you 3 resources, generally a link to a website somewhere, because I want to make them free, readily available types of resources that you could utilize even from your phone if you don't have a computer. This week is a little bit different, but it's 2 websites or 2 links, as well as a third one that is a link to buying a print copy of a particular book that I'll explain in more detail. Of course, we always have to have a get involved challenge, right? So initially when I started doing this in the first episode or 2, I was just inviting you to get involved, giving you an idea, a way to get involved. The more I started thinking about it, the ideas that I have for you, by and large, I want to challenge you to do it. I want to challenge you to get involved in that way, because sometimes we get so overwhelmed with the busyness of our lives, with perhaps homeschooling or running your kids around to 47 different sports and activities and things like that, or running a business, or just, if you have 4 kids like we do, it seems like laundry, is always an overwhelming task. And there's, always dishes and all that kind of stuff. So at any rate, the Get Involved Challenge is meant to give you something distinct, something simple that you can, it's a tangible way for you to get involved. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor or a lawyer, or you're already in government, or you are a stay-at-home parent, or you're a garbage truck driver, or you're a nurse. It doesn't matter. There are ways that everyone can get involved. And probably, I haven't thought about exactly what all of my get involved challenges have been, but it's probably something that you and your older children could even do together. I can't imagine I really would have had something that you can't do as like a 13-year-old or a 15 or 18-year-old child. So if you have teenagers, get them involved too. Maybe even the little kids. They might not understand as much about what you're doing, but it'd be quality time to spend with them, and a way to teach them how to get involved and what the true form of government that we have really is, a government of we the people. Depending on the week, we'll go specifically over some constitutional segments. If there's something that I think the discussion maybe is a broader legal discussion for the main topic of the week, then I will probably pull out, one or two constitutional segments from the U.S., Michigan, and Florida constitutions to at least educate you about one part of the Constitution every week. But a lot of weeks, the discussion is about one seemingly small topic that may have several different parts of the constitutions that I'm talking about. Today's episode will be no different in that regard. It's a simple question we'll be asking, which today's is, what is a law? That's the main topic. And you would think that's a pretty simple question. And in theory, it really is a simple answer. But I want to give you all the tools. So when you're bombarded with government agencies or government officials or the media, mainstream media, or whomever is telling you, oh, an executive order is the law, or a mandate is a law, or, case law says you have to do this. Is that something you really have to follow? Is that really a law? I don't want to just give you the answer, yes or no. I want to give you the actual language of the U.S., Michigan, and Florida constitutions, as well as pieces of Florida and Michigan state law that shows you exactly why it is that I gave you the answer I did. So that way you don't have to believe me. You can just look it up yourselves. That's what I want to do. My goal would be to make sure that I am educating you all on how to best fight for freedom yourself, to give you the knowledge and the power to be a government of we the people, and not have to rely on attorneys or anybody else to sort it all out or get it done right. Last but not least, hopefully every week, I will remind you about our Constitution app. The Restore Freedom app in the Apple App Store and the Google Play stores is a great resource to have. It'll give you the Constitution, the U.S. and Michigan constitutions right at your fingertips. Hopefully soon we'll be rolling out with the Florida Constitution in there as well. There's an undeniable link between Michigan and Florida. A lot of people that live in Michigan vacation specifically in Florida, or they have a second home. They're snowbirds. A lot of people that now live in Florida used to live in Michigan. I meet people darn near every day down here in Florida that used to live in Michigan. Some moved, back in the 80s or 90s down here. Some people have just moved more recently, like we have. I myself, I grew up in Orlando. I was born in Michigan, grew up in Orlando when my parents got divorced, and then spent school years down in Florida, but the summers up in the UP of Michigan. So essentially I grew up in both places. So there's a lot of people that have ties like that. So as much as I can, I'm going to integrate the Florida resources as well as the Michigan resources, which hopefully will also serve then as a good informational starting point for those of you who are in other areas besides Michigan and Florida, that you can see the examples of the kinds of resources or things that you'd be looking for when you're looking for that particular thing in your own state. So with all that being said, I did put the link for today's episode in the description of this video, and I really hope that at noon you will join us today on Rumble and check out the whole episode with us. Hopefully all the technical bugs are a thing of the past for us, but we'll see. Either way, I'm going to do my absolute best to bring you great information on the Constitution and how you can fight for freedom. So if you've been watching this little segment here, I appreciate you touching base with us here, and I encourage you and hope to see you over on the Rumble side in just under an hour from now. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.